working for you. Fox 2 News at 6 starts now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the HD show. You could certainly feel it outside. Rain showers, cooler weather making their way all across Metro Detroit starting today.
Yeah, so we're wondering if that precipitation is going to take a pause. Here to talk about it, Weather Authority Rich Luterman. You got that alliteration, right, Rich?
I got that. You know, it's interesting how in April we get a handful of very warm days, and then it seems like every May we get a handful of damp, cool days, and that's what we have today. You can see why. We have low pressure down near Cincinnati, and this low pressure area is cut off from the main part of the jet stream. As a result, it's going to be drifting up to the north over the next couple of days. So for tonight and Monday and for Tuesday, we're going to see occasional showers, but by Wednesday, this whole area of low pressure is going to be off to our north and east. Let's zoom in with Sky Tracker and show you steady rains over Livingston County, Washtenaw County, downtown Detroit. You can see that is heavy for Oakland and Macomb counties. There's Port Huron getting some light rain. I'll tell you where it's not raining at the moment. For most of Lenawee and Monroe counties, they're getting a break. But it's not over. This same pattern is going to be with us for the next 48 hours. So there it is in the headlines. Now, by Wednesday, we start drying out. And then later this week, a nice stretch heading into the Mother's Day weekend. You're going to see that in the 7-day forecast. Right now, it is dreary out there. Numbers for a lot of us near 50 degrees. Here are the numbers at the airport today. Rainfall total less than a half an inch. But as a result of the rainfall and what's expected, area creeks and streams will be running a bit high. Obviously, keep your kids away from any of those high water areas. Averages show 66 and 46, so we're well below where we should be. Here are those current numbers. A lot of us near 50 degrees with the clouds and the showers. There is a breeze from the north and east, and that's adding a further chill to the atmosphere. 50 for us, 50 in Chicago. It's warmer, actually, up around Marquette, close to 60 degrees there. The warmest air over the Great Lakes is way out west. Look at Minneapolis, 80 degrees. There's Fargo at 83. Rather chilly around Buffalo, New York at 53. There's Cincy with wet weather along the Ohio River. They're at 53 as well. So watch Fox Futurecast, and you'll see this area of low pressure does not move a lot in the next couple of days. It does drift off to the north and east, but there'll be rain wrapping around it. As a result, more of the same for Monday and for Tuesday. Thankfully, we're not expecting heavy rainfall, perhaps up to an inch in spots moving forward. But again, widespread flooding is not in the forecast. There it is for the rest of tonight. Occasional showers down to 49. Tomorrow, more of the same. Occasional showers, 66. And yet again for Tuesday, occasional showers. By Wednesday, we turn the corner. Thursday is a bit cooler, but we are looking good heading into that Mother's Day holiday weekend. A pair of 74s next Saturday, Sunday. Remember, always get the latest forecast. Check it out, the Fox 2 Weather app. You can download it for free in the App Store or in Google Play. Hilary, Dave, we'll see you tonight at 10.
Thank you, Rich. New at 6. This is a sad and bizarre situation here. Detroit man in police custody after he allegedly admitted to fatally stabbing his wife with a sword.
Yeah, police also say the man walked into the police department early this morning and confessed to this crime. Fox 2's Camila Murray joins us live from the Detroit Police Department's 11th precinct with what we know so far, Camille. As you heard, it's a strange one.
Yeah, this is definitely a strange one. Turning himself into the 11th precinct behind me, which is on Nevada Street. Incidentally, he lived with his wife on Connolly Street, which is the intersection right to my right. He literally lived about half a mile, less than a half a mile away. Could have walked here. It happened around 4:30 this morning. We did obtain a picture of the victim from the family members. If you could, we could show that picture. Her name is Catherine Thompson. She was 67 years old. You see here in the picture with her 2 grown children. They gave us this picture. They wanted us to share it with our viewers, but they were just too distraught to talk. They said that their mother was a wonderful woman who was loved by so many people. When we went there, down the street, a family member lives down the street from where this all happened. This happened at the home that she shared with her husband, a duplex actually in the upstairs. And it was amazing to me how many family members had gathered down the street where one of them lives, just all distraught, crying, hugging. They can't believe that this happened. Again, as you said, around 4:30 this morning, the man came over to the 11th precinct and told police to arrest him because in his words, he had stabbed his wife with a sword. Take a listen to what police have to say.
2 scout cars were dispatched out to an address on Conley, just south of 7 Mile. When they arrived at the location, they found a door unsecured. They made entry and went to an upstairs bedroom where they found the deceased.
Just incredibly sad and hard to believe. They did recover that sword, but not saying anything more about that, asking people to call the police if they know anything else about this. But the man is in custody. Family members just not ready to talk about it, but said that hopefully they will have a vigil or some kind of tribute in the days to come to remember Catherine Thompson. Reporting live on the city's east side, Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
And now, of course, police are going to be working through all of this, but you have to question premeditation. Did he think about even doing this before he apparently committed this awful crime?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is just awful. You know, family members, like I said, they were gracious enough to share that picture and tell us a little bit about Catherine, but they were just so distraught and so shocked and said that she was just so loved and that she loved people and they loved her. And I think in that picture you can tell, I got the feeling of what kind of person she was, and just in talking to her grown children for a little bit too, that this woman definitely will be missed. Hilary, back to you.
Yeah, certainly very distressing. Camille Amiri live for us tonight. Thank you.
Developing news on the city's west side now. A suspect is in custody in connection to a fatal shooting at a parking lot. This happened on West Grand Boulevard around 10:30 this morning. Now, according to police, the suspect and the victim allegedly had a fight before things escalated. The suspect firing several shots, fatally hitting the victim.
The other individual is currently being interviewed by our homicide section to determine the actual facts and circumstances, the full facts and circumstances of this incident.
Now, we're told by police there is no more threat to the community. The investigation is ongoing, but it's unclear if the two knew each other prior to this.
All right, let's stay on the west side of Detroit. Police are looking into another shooting. It happened on Schaefer Highway overnight. Police say a fight between two men apparently led to shots being fired. One of the men was arrested and 2 guns were recovered. The victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition at last check.
Police in East Point are still on the hunt for a gunman in connection to the fatal shooting at a Foot Locker. This happened Saturday afternoon at the Foot Locker near 8 Mile and Kelly. 4 people were shot, 2 were killed. According to investigators, a fight led to those shots being fired. Police say the suspect is still on the run, last seen driving a black 4-door sedan. Anyone with information should call East Point Police.
A man accused of a hit and run arrested after an hours-long standoff with police in Detroit.
Our officers and a crowd surrounded the area of Hubble and West Chicago on Saturday afternoon. The driver allegedly hit a car on Yinger Street, that's on the east side of Dearborn. When police tried conducting a traffic stop, that driver took off, leading to a chase. After crashing the car, the suspect then barricaded himself for hours before surrendering.
When he first came out, he had a knife and another blunt force object, I'm not sure, some type of club or whatnot, and that was the first indication when the officers deployed the taser. Then he went back in the vehicle, and then from there we escalated it with the pepper balls.
Eventually, the suspect was taken into custody unharmed. Charges are pending now.
The World Trade Center's program status remains in the dark after budget and staffing cuts. The health initiative treats 9/11 first responders and survivors, and now many are in limbo waiting for life-saving care. The program's longtime leader, Dr. John Howard, was removed in February, then rehired after the decision faced some serious backlash. Now, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer is talking about it.
Donald Trump and RFK revealed their true intentions Friday night when they fired another 16. Not only did they not restore those who our Republican colleagues they promised were going to restore, but then they fired new people. And they seem to do these things late at night on weekends so no one would know. We're letting everyone know because we think this is a disgrace.
Now, the program serves more than 150,000 people across our country.
Beginning May 7th, all eyes will be on the Vatican City as 133 cardinal electors meet to elect Pope Francis's successor. Fox's Stephanie Bennett has the latest from London.
The papal conclave is rooted in centuries-old tradition and covered in secrecy. Still, that's not stopping people from putting their money on the next head of the Catholic Church.
I decided to put Tagle as my captain, as my main candidate to become Pope.
In Italy, tens of thousands are participating in a fantasy football-like online game, picking a team of cardinals they think could be elected as the next Pope. And Americans can get in on the action as well. One expert says millions millions of dollars have already been wagered.
There are some sort of side wagers and some quirky wagers, things like, will we see a black pope elected?
Current bets also include what name the future pope will choose and how long the conclave could last. While traditional casinos and sports books in the U.S. cannot legally offer bets on the conclave, Kalshi, a regulated predictions market, allows users to trade on outcomes of real-world events.
The futures market that is Kalshi, that didn't exist in 2013, that has won some court cases in Nevada and New Jersey that is allowing it to operate in the U.S. while the courts determine whether or not it's legal. We may not be able to wager on that site in the future.
Religious critics have raised concerns about this in the past. The Roman Catholic Church had once threatened to excommunicate those who took part.
Betting on who is going to be the Pope goes back hundreds of years.
The conclave is set to begin Wednesday. A puff of white smoke will emerge from the Sistine Chapel's chimney when a new Pope is chosen. In London, Stephanie Bennett, Fox 2 News.
Certainly a busy weekend here in the Motor City. One of the events taking place, the annual Fight for Air Climb event.
Now, this is an event raising awareness for those who are battling lung cancer. Fox 2's Ingrid Kelly was there.
Karen Undiem had no idea she was facing a major medical challenge.
I had no symptoms at all. I drank from my bottled water one day. I swallowed funny. It made me cough, and I coughed up blood.
The diagnosis was lung cancer.
I went from thinking I was healthy to being diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer.
But Karen had a fighting chance thanks to events like the American Lung Association's Fight for Air Climb.
It is a very important cause. Every dollar helps. All these funds help with research and treatment for lung cancer, along with immunotherapy to prevent it from returning.
Every year, participants raise money to fight this disease by coming out to Comerica Park and climbing step after step. Many of the participants are firefighters, and when they climb, they gear up in all their equipment before hitting the steps.
Well, this is about 60 pounds of gear. I've been training for this since I want to say November, December.
With respiratory issues and pollution, all the things going on currently, it's just good to spread some awareness.
Year after year, one person who was dedicated to raising awareness about fighting lung disease was Fox 2 anchor Ron Savage, who died in 2017. Ron, who was also a volunteer firefighter, would climb steps during the event and serve as MC. At this year's event, an award was presented in his honor.
We wanted to start the Ron Savage Award to recognize a firefighter every year who just goes above and beyond for the community.
This year, that award goes to retired Troy firefighter David Basil.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. This is a real honor. You don't know, Ron was an amazing man.
And moving forward, you can have a say in who gets the Ron Savage Award.
Starting next year, we will take nominations from all the different fire stations. They can nominate who they think should win the award, and then we will take votes from the public. You'd be able to go to the Fight for Air Climb website and vote for the firefighter that you think should win the Ron Savage Award.
And if you would like to make a donation to fight lung disease, you can go straight to fox2detroit.com for all the details. In Detroit, Ingrid Kelly, Fox 2 News.
We just want everyone to know that MS, you can still live with MS. You just have to adjust yourself and make sure you have a village around you that will support you in everything you do, and the changes that come with it, because there are changes that come with it, but you don't have to be stuck in it.
Today, hundreds of folks gathered for the 2025 MS Walk at Milliken State Park. Walk MS brings together friends, family, and caregivers to help raise money toward services and research for multiple sclerosis. Since 1946, the National MS Society has invested more than $1 billion in research, leading to treatment that is available today.
Certainly good to see that the weather didn't dampen any of those spirits. A lot of people at both of those events that we were kind of highlighting there. Good to see.
Yeah, very
good on
important.
You, Metro Detroit.
Yeah, of course. Metro Detroit never lets us down. They rain or shine. We are hardy folks. We're going to get out there and support the causes that matter to us.
You got it.
All right. Well, we'll see you back here tonight at 10 o'clock. Until then, have a great evening.
See ya.